Hello and welcome into another episode of Groomer's Take on today, September 28th, 2022. Last episode of September. Wow, it flies past. September always goes pretty fast, doesn't it? All the sports and stuff. NFL, another pretty good week, decent week. There's two teams left that are undefeated, 3-0. The Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. A little shocked by the Dolphins, a little shocked by both of these teams, but the NFL is little weird this year, I should say. So yeah, Bills-Dolphins, I mean, I'm not going to give super amount of credit to the Dolphins. I think the Bills controlled the majority of this game. They kind of lost it more than Miami won it. Take that as you will. Josh Allen throws the ball 600 times a game, man. They can't keep winning like this. He was their leading rusher. This is going to get him injured or killed if they keep trying to play like this. They need a better run game. It's not really happening. You see Singletary having good production games, but a lot of it is from the passing game. Your quarterback can't always lead your rush game. If you're gonna win a Super Bowl, you have to have a good balance of throwing and rushing. And right now the Bills don't have that. They're gonna have to figure it out. I think they will. They're still my favorite in the AFC for sure. But really, that just can't happen, and it worries me because the Bills are a weapon, but you got to protect the quarterback a bit more. I mean, throwing 63 times a game. That's what I think it was. Bills will be fine. The other game, we got Philly. So Philly's the other undefeated team in the NFL. Okay. It's a terrible division, in my opinion, in a Groomer's Take, but the Eagles look good. I've said it before in previous episodes. I'm sticking to it. I think they could surprise a lot of people this year. Again, another team, if they had a better run game from their running backs, it could work out a lot better. We'll stick with 3-0 and now some 0-3 business. The Las Vegas Raiders, they're still called that, right? 0-3. Tight game, single-digit losses, I believe, but really, I've never been a Derek Carr guy. I don't think he can get the job done. And right now, I mean, with that division itself, they've got a lot of battling back to do, and I don't think they're going to do it. Raiders, no playoffs. Call it now. Awful primetime football games. And right now, I don't even have the Steelers-Browns written down from last week. I don't know why that was a primetime game, but hey, I love it because it's my team, so it was there. Again, Mitch Trubisky can't drive up the field. This, not going to work. Not going to work. It's not going to work. Denver 11-10 on a Sunday night game. I mean, I fell asleep. Actually, I didn't fall asleep. I decided I'm not doing this to myself anymore, and I left. But hey, Denver wins 11-10. I still think they can figure it out on offense. But boy, oh boy, that's frustrating right now for Broncos fans. Dallas 23-16 over the Giants on Monday night. Again, what a boring game. I'm tired of talking about the Cowboys, so I'm just going to stop right there. I'm not doing it. Jimmy Garoppolo, so I mean, this is an interesting situation here. I didn't think he was as bad as what we watched on the Sunday Nighter. But then you hear, like, I get asked, or you listen to on radio, in conversation, does Jimmy G even really care? Should he really even care? This is a franchise that said, we don't want you. So he's going to go out there and he's going to get paid, but you see him chilling there. He's all smiles when he's playing awful. It's a little weird to see. As a Steeler fan, I mean, they're full of quarterbacks, I guess. I would take Jimmy G. I think there'd be a lot of teams that would want to have Jimmy G, even though he didn't get traded anywhere. Weird situation. I don't know for the Niners. I think they have a lot of weapons, but you got to get Jimmy G playing a lot better than that. Green Bay, Tampa Bay. So tired with Brady too. Brady throwing temper tantrums and everything, throwing the thing. Showed the Bills offensive coordinator up in the booth, slamming everything too, just like Brady. And of course he has a funny tweet about it, and everyone's gonna blah blah blah. Green Bay is my favorite in the NFC. I didn't think that was going to be it at all, but I think these wide receivers, the core of them is going to get more and more comfortable with Aaron Rodgers, and I think Green Bay is definitely my favorite out of the NFC. This was a boring game, but really, as soon as Evans got suspended for Tampa Bay, this game was toast. I mean, Brady had nothing going on. They tried to bring in Beasley. I don't know if he played. But either way, it's tough. You're not just going to go into a system game one and just start shredding. Not going to happen. Jacksonville Jaguars. Whoa! I had the Chargers in one of my pools for surviving. Got to buy back in, and I didn't see this game coming. It was absolute crushing of the Chargers. And really, we'll stick with the Chargers just for a little bit here. We'll talk about Justin Herbert. If you have to get a painkiller shot or whatever he did into his ribs, you are in trouble. Bosa left the game with an injury, and it came down today. He's having surgery. He's not going to be out the full season, they say. He could come back, but I don't know. Tough spot to be a Chargers fan or Chargers organization right now. I still believe, but it's just not trending well. And sticking with the Jaguars, let's go back to them, circle back. They have a lot of offense, and I think we said that at the beginning of last year, and then it was an absolute dumpster fire over there. But it seems like, what's his name? Peterson's got them playing really well. They have a lot of offense. Their defense is getting it done. This could be an exciting team to watch this year. I look forward to it. Indy beats KC. Wow. So right after me and probably the whole world is just crapping on Matt Ryan, he finds a way to come back and win this game. Again, with not much of a running game for Indy. I was kind of weirded out by that. But this was more of an ugly game for KC than anything. I think that could be the worst they might play all year. But hey, Indy bears down and they needed to win. Kind of love seeing that. Let's get as many teams competing this season, 100%. All right, that was football. Boom, we got this week's coming up Thursday with, what is it, Cincy and somebody. That should be fun. But here we go. Toronto Maple Leafs training camp has begun. So everybody, let's go crazy. John Tavares injury. It doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't. The Leafs are going to be good no matter what. I'm assuming Kerfoot will slip into that center role. I mean, now are you happy you didn't trade him? But even if you could now, I think you would. But really what this does, if you're putting guys on the IR to start the season, they got to be there for a while. But you can sign players. You can make a little bit of room and, hey, then see what happens. Again, John Tavares, you don't need him to get into the playoffs, really. Just like Muzzin, you don't need either of them to get into the playoffs. But when that time comes, you'll want him there. John Tavares healthy. I just think you need him 100% healthy as much as you can all season long. So we'll see. 3 weeks, whatever. Sheldon Keefe, absolutely pissed off yesterday at practice playing. We have to effing play or effing get more physical. Who are you talking to? They weren't physical. They're not physical. I mean, if you're talking boom, body contact in a corner, not going to happen. This is not a team that's just going to change who they were. Now, saying that, they brought in Zach Aston Reese. He had 200 and something odd hits. I think it was 90 more in the second place on the Leafs with Simmons. But there's a guy you brought in to hit. So, boom, there you go. You want some more physicality, you got it right there. In any other way, I don't know what you're expecting there. But I like seeing, coaches like to get pissed off at the beginning of the year. Kind of set a tone, say, this is what we are. Want to get the media talking. This is what we're going to do. Leafs will be fine. Matt Murray debut tonight. I believe it's against Montreal. Let's see what we got out of him, right, fans? I don't know. I really like the way Samsonov looked on Saturday night, I think it was, whenever it was. I thought he looked pretty good. He didn't face a lot of shots, but let's see what we got tonight, Matt Murray. You better be good. You better be good. Yankees clinched division last night against the Jays. Judge still stuck at 60. He's going to DH tonight. They might have celebrated a bit last night, the Yankees. I think it's happening tonight. Judge is going to do it. 61 tonight. Base running gas by the Toronto Blue Jays last night. First, Bichette, foot off the bag, whatever that was. And then Vladdy eyeballing what he thinks is a huge home run. Turns out it's not. Schneider at the end of the game says it was inexcusable, and I 100% agree. Just play. Be baseball players. Bugs me. 700. Albert Pujols, he did it. Love it. LFG. Congratulations. Now he's going to retire. Super happy. One of the best of all time. That's it. Enjoy your week. Football Thursday. Hockey's starting. Golf's still in the air. Thanks for tuning in. Groomer's Take. See you later. Bye-bye.